Hi everyone, my name is Chris and welcome to 5 Minute Friday. Now, I have taken your questions that you have given me these last 2 weeks. I have put them into this bag and I'm going to take them out randomly and answer them for you. Just before I start though, I better put 5 minutes onto my timer like this. There we go, 5 minutes. And let's go to the, the first question. And the first question is, I saw your dog video. How many dog do you have? So you saw my dog video, that's great. I did do a little video on vocabulary, all about dogs. Small problem with your question, just have a little look at the question again. How many dogs? We need to change it. How many dogs do you have? Because when you're asking me for a number, we don't ask just for one. We need dogs. How many dogs do I have? Well, looking at the video, you might think I have 5 or 6, but in fact, I have 0. I don't have any dogs. That was actually at a friend's house. Thank you, Zoe, for letting me film that video at your house and play with your dogs. But yes, at the moment, I don't have any dogs. When I was young, I always had a dog, but now I don't have a dog. Let's go to the next question. Thank you for that question. Next one. What's the difference between sometime, sometimes, and some of the time? I can see why you're confused. 3 very similar sounding things there. There are 2 that mean exactly the same thing. They are sometimes and some of the time. Okay, so they both mean the same thing. Sometimes I drink coffee at breakfast. Sometimes I drink coffee at breakfast. Some of the time I drink coffee at breakfast. It's meaning the same thing, okay? Not all the time, it's not very often, some of the time. Sometimes, exactly the same thing. The other one, sometime, is talking about a specific moment. Sometime next week, I will go to the cinema. Okay, I'm talking about a specific moment, sometime. Whereas the other 2, they were what we call adverbs of frequency. Okay. Sometimes and some of the time. That's an adverb of frequency. So that's the difference there. Okay, so hopefully that helps you out. Hopefully you know all your other adverbs of frequency, of course. The most common ones in English: never, sometimes, often, usually, and always. There are many, many, many adverbs of frequency. And I see in French textbooks here, for college students and for high school students, they always teach them seldom. Seldom. It's something we never use in English. It's very, very old English. So if you're using seldom, maybe don't use that one anymore. Rarely could be more common, but seldom, yeah, certainly not a common word, that one. But yes, those ones are the most common adverbs of frequency, but there are so many that you could use. But yeah, if you stick to those ones, it's probably the best. And of course, in French, you can always say presque toujours or presque jamais. You say exactly the same thing in English. We can say almost always or almost never. Okay, let's go to the next question. How do I say j'espère que tu iras mieux in English? Okay, I appreciate this question, thank you. This was on my COVID video. Unfortunately, COVID at the moment, and I got some messages. The best way to say this is get well soon. Get well soon. Sometimes you'll see get better soon, but get well soon is the most common. I might put a couple of others on the screen for you in a moment, but I think that one's probably the best. But thank you for that. I appreciate that. I am feeling a bit better, and hopefully I'll be 100% better very soon, very soon. Now I'm going to the next question. What games do you play in your phone? What games do you play in your phone? Small problem with the question. Can I have a look at that question? Can anybody see where the problem is? What games do you play on your phone? In fact, in English, we say on your phone. I'm playing on my phone. I just have to write a message on my phone. Okay, oops, there's my phone, in fact, just telling me that the time is finished for today. But I'll answer your question first. What games do I play on my phone? To be honest, not many. I use my telephone for filming videos. I use my telephone for messaging, for emails, that sort of thing. In the past, I liked to play some word games. I really like word games, finding the word, finding many different types of words with some letters. I like word games. If I was to play a video game, like an action game or a sport game or something like that, I sometimes, there's my adverb of frequency again, I sometimes play Nintendo Switch with my son. He has a Nintendo Switch and sometimes we play together. We might play Mario Kart or, I don't know, Super Smash Brothers or something, one of these Nintendo games. But on my telephone, no, I don't normally play games. Just one more thing, actually, while we're talking about on the telephone. So that's a preposition of place. If I often see mistakes in French-speaking people who might say something like, I'm just going to write down a note in this paper. If I have a piece of paper here. Piece of paper, I write on the piece of paper. Okay, I write on the piece of paper, but I write in a book. That's a common one that I find. This is not a book for writing in, but if I was going to write, I write it in the book. I'm writing on paper, but I write in a book. So just be careful with that one, okay? And that's like the telephone, playing the games on the telephone. We don't play the games in the telephone, we play the games on the telephone. Thank you so much for your questions, everybody. I do appreciate them, and I do love to have different questions. And as we saw from today, they could be about absolutely anything. If you have a question for next 5 Minute Friday, please don't hesitate to leave a comment on this video or on any of my videos. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you next time. Bye-bye.